full time. I wake up every morning at 4 a.m. I am literally harvesting all the flowers for our shop in the dark with my cell phone light. I'm feeding all my animals every morning in the dark with my cell phone light, and I'm watering the greenhouse in the dark with my cell phone light. And I have about an hour. Once I get up, I have about an hour on the farm before I have to leave to get to work on time. I make it by the hair of my chinny chin chin. And I drop off the flowers on my way to work. Our shop happens to be on my way to where I teach. I mean, it's just magic. Because I'm a teacher in Waimea, people were literally picking up all their flowers from my car every day. And I would say, okay, your order's in the front passenger seat, your order's in the back right corner, your order. And people were coming to my car and picking up all their flowers. We built our house, we built this rock wall, everything. We planted these palm trees and the orchard behind us. And so it's cool that now something is growing on it again that hasn't, the only thing that I know of that was ever here was old cane, and before that I think it was just forest. A little over a year ago we opened our shop. It's called Daisy Duke's Flower Market, and if you could put Daisy Duke's, what we are, into a little cute shop, it would be it. And it's a little 600 square foot shop, and it's the cutest little thing. We have a flower bar, so you can make your own everything. It's all hands-on, so you can make your own bouquets, or we can arrange for you. Like everybody says, it's a vibe, it's a thing. Like you walk in and you're just like, oh my gosh, it's so cute. And we just absolutely love it because it's the magic of Daisy Dukes, and we want everybody to be part of it. Sometimes people walk into our store and they'll see the eucalyptus and that we grow, and they just pick it up and they don't even know what it has taken to get from seed to planting that plant to growing it to me out there every day pulling beetles off of it to then getting long enough stems to harvest it to then sell it in our store. So I think a lot of times for people to come and actually see what it really looks like is really, really, it's just a better connection for everybody. So if you ever have the opportunity to go to any farm anywhere and just experience what that feeling is, I think is really critical, because that'll stick with you. Then when you're at the store again buying that thing, you might go, I remember being at the taro field, or I remember being at that flower farm, and I remember that not all the flowers are perfect, and that somebody's out there cutting them all the time to keep them blooming and having these beautiful blooms, and there's a lot behind the scenes that goes with it. And I realized that the majority of the flowers that we grew here on our farm, because they are more temperate mainland style flowers, are truly edible flowers. And so I started selling our edible flowers, and we have a flower bento and a flower cup, and we sell them to restaurants like Nectar Cafe and Hilo. We've sold to them for years, and other private chefs, actually I know that some of our edible flowers were on a movie star's cake literally yesterday. My snapdragons are like bubblegum and grapes mixed together, and it's because they're fresh, and you can eat snapdragons too. That's like the coolest thing, that you can eat these things that maybe you've never eaten before and have just an entire awesome experience. So it's fresh, it's super fun, because I literally am cutting in the morning and I take a bucket into the shop and I leave it leave it for the girls. They go through it and process it and put it out on our flower stem bar. And I then am seeing people reposting their pictures of their things that they've put together. And I'm at work teaching, and I'm seeing the flowers that I cut that morning already going to a hospital or to a best friend who lost their father. And it's just it's so, are you kidding? That is so farm fresh. That's not even funny that I cut it that morning and it's already going to the end, the end person who's going to enjoy those flowers by that afternoon. And if it wasn't for my deep passion and absolute love of nature and seeing ladybug eggs, or, the littlest things that make me this is why I do it, or the lisianthus that are blooming right now in our greenhouse, I know that they are a loser financially right now, because our greenhouse is really hot and it's new to us. And so I've been learning how to grow lisianthus in the greenhouse. And there's a bloom right now up on my kitchen counter, and I showed my father-in-law, and I'm like, look at this lisianthus, it's just so amazing. And he's like, I know, we were just enjoying this lisianthus, even though we know it was a major loss. But my CEO is Mother Nature. I mean, I can't control anything with the weather. I can anticipate and I can do my very best, but I just never know when we're gonna have days and days and days of rain, or we're gonna have days and days and days and days of sun and no rain. We literally have a pump in this pond if we need to pump out of this to get water sometimes. We think that that's what's so special about farming, is it's raw life right in front of your face if you don't have an option, right? It's failure, it's hot, it's sun, it's cold, it's rain, it's wind, it's a cost, it's not, it's employees who are sick and then they're not, and it's all the things. And I think if you can just embrace it and go with it, and there are so many lessons in agriculture for life. We basically, when you farm in Hawaii, you have to have a backup of a backup of a backup. I have a triple backup of everything. If this fails, then what am I going to do next? How am I going to do that? There is so much money put into farming. So for example, right now, we have all these BB plants, so we're starting and we're planting all of them. I'm paying people to plant them, to weed, to get everything done. So I'm fronting literally tens of thousands of dollars for something that hasn't even happened yet. And it's just a kind of a gamble. You hope it'll all go well. You hope that you won't have, a bunch of spider mites all of a sudden all over a crop that'll ruin them, or rose beetles, or whatever it might be. So it's a lot, and it's stressful. If the longer you do it, I know the better it can be because you can anticipate better. But I think regardless, it's a really tricky field to get into. But like I said, the benefits of it are well beyond the stressors or anything like that. It's critical that people are buying what we are producing. If people are not buying what we are producing, we are not anything. This is bigger now than a hobby, like I mentioned, because I do employ 5 people, and I have leases and everything else, insurances. At this point, it is something that if there was not an end consumer who loved what we are producing on a daily basis, we would not survive. Absolutely not.